Good morning. I wanted to share another recommendation, if you will, for a for reading material. This book, The End of Suffering, Fearless Living in Troubled Times, or How to Get Out of Hell Free. And looks like it's a collaboration between Russell Targ and J. Hurtak. That name Hurtak is familiar to me from his writings with the Enoch and Keys of Enoch, and just a whole lot of writings and books by this J. Hurtak that are dealing with, Egyptian ancient technology, things of that nature. But the hopeful teaching of this book is that while everybody suffers, most of this suffering is unnecessary. It can be overcome. And of course, I'd like to, add to the unnecessary suffering, which certainly our thoughts, the quality of a person's thinking can be definitely, equated with quality of life, and to some extent. But when you have a false frequency fence put in place, a barrier, if you will, frequency barriers that with using technological methods, when you have entities that have purposefully designed the 3D matrix, the digital matrix, the combination of factors that purposefully, by design, are meant to keep humans, those captives, operating at certain very low fight or flight survival frequencies, operating from the reptilian brain. When you have that to consider, and then that should elicit within the person, once they can kind of see some kind of resonance with what, like say, for example, I've mentioned 3D matrix, digital matrix from day one, practically, once I realized, what all the pieces were on the chessboard, so to speak. So when one considers that, along with the quality of thinking, then a book of this nature, which doesn't, I haven't read this book, but at least from the onset, it's not mentioning, digital matrix and these concepts. So, but simply, based on the quality of a person's thinking, it can definitely lead you to hell. So the legacy of Aristotle is that we think that things must be either true or untrue. Thus, we tend to think in terms of polarity, good or evil, right or wrong, Democrat or Republican. This friend or foe approach may seem to make life easier, but Russell Targ and J. Hurtak assert that this worldview only increases our experience of suffering, duality, for sure. In an effort to overcome the polarity of opposites and the accompanying suffering, the authors combine the wisdom of the East with the findings of quantum physics and uncover a middle ground that shows opposing sides have only the meaning we give them. Buddha taught us to live a helpful and compassionate life and to surrender our ego to the peace of spaciousness. The middle path of Buddhism shows that things may also be neither true nor not true, are both true and untrue. Remarkably, recent discoveries in modern physics echo these ancient teachings. This inspiring book puts these perceived opposites, Buddhism and physics, together and shows step by step how we can learn to surrender the story of who we think we are and experience an end to our suffering. So that is little bit of the forward from this book. The End of Suffering, Fearless Living in Troubled Times. And if you don't have a Scribd membership, which this is a great platform, this Scribd, SCRIBD, for like about $9 a month. You have unlimited, you have an avenue to knowledge unparalleled, because I can't tell you how much money this has saved me by just investing $9 in a month. And, I'm not trying to sell it. I'm just passing along. Somebody did it in one video, asked about where I was getting all these documents, but it's from that Scribd. But here's this book that they're selling on, Amazon for $10 in the Kindle version. And of course, and some books, I will spring and get the paperback, because, I like to have that tactility in my 3D sometimes, and it's good to throw in a backpack too. But anyway, that's like I said. So there's this one example of a book that I was able to, $9 a month, and there you have it. But anyway, oh yeah, on Amazon you can get it. Those and it looks like it's got good reviews, but good introduction, and I think that's a good combination when you have people that are grounded in their basis for philosophy is in like Eastern mysticism, and Buddhism in and of itself is a very pragmatic system, and they're also taking it and showing you the science, quantum physics. I can tell you this: human beings have been we've been tampered with our thinking, like our consciousness. It's all about consciousness. Anything you can do to expand your consciousness will certainly it's going to go. It's an investment well realized. So I recommend that book. I'm going to read it and see what's up. And then, all right. Have a good morning. Namaste. Namaskaram.